What's up, wave makers? It's me, Mommy Suna, and today we're doing another top fails video. We're gonna do some makeup, so you don't have to look at my face like this for very long. My children are downstairs. We'll see. Is he coming up here?
Yes.
Okay, so that didn't take long at all. So for this particular top fails video, I actually went through kind of the backlog of my Google Drive, and if you guys don't know, I have a link to my Google Drive in every video description, and you can send me basically anything. You're just gonna climb up here, huh? What are these? Yeah, so everything in here, basically there was just a bunch of stuff that you guys sent me. A lot of it, unfortunately, kind of got pushed to the backlog because there's so much stuff I had to talk about. So yeah, we're just going back through some of the stuff you guys sent me a while back. So we're just gonna go ahead and go through those. So make sure that you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, because like, what are you doing if you haven't? And leave me some comments and stuff like that. Hello again, Griffin. Yeah, let's just get to it. So our first post today that I want to go through is actually, it was a Facebook post. So I'm gonna have to read this one to you. Hello. I realized today that after making just 7 sales in my nothing, she puts nothing there, I'll have over $10,000 in my bank account. First of all, I'm not sure which MLM she's in. She talks about skincare later, so I'm like, is it Rodan+Fields? Like, what is this? But she's like, after making just 7 sales, I'll have over $10,000? How does that work? We know that $10,000 would not be coming from the commissions of her sales. Listen, we say all the time that MLMs, their products are overpriced and all that, blah, blah, blah. We know that, but they're not this overpriced, or the compensation plans are not this generous. Leads one to believe that there's something else going on here. But she wants you to believe that, you know, in your MLM, you just make money by sharing the product, right? No, recruiting totally isn't a thing. Making team commissions totally isn't a thing. Let's be honest with ourselves. There's about a 99% chance that that is where that money came from. Or she's just lying altogether. When I think about how many product sales that it would take to earn $10,000 in old school network marketing, well, it's a lot more than 7. Would you believe me if I told you to earn $10,000 in commission takes less time and effort than $1,000 worth of skincare commissions, because I'm leveraging an automated system and business specialist to do the heavy lifting for me? What does that even mean? I'm about to look this chick up on Facebook and be like, what company are you with? This makes no sense. Something is fishy. Well, first of all, she's from Australia. It is Rodan+Fields. She has a milkshake link and it says Rodan+Fields. There's no, I mean, listen, I know that Rodan+Fields has expensive product, but you are not making $10,000 just by selling 7 products. You're not doing that. Is she talking about like 7 starter kits? Like she recruited 7 people and then that $10,000 came from bonuses, like recruiting bonuses and stuff, because we know that MLMs have that too. It just doesn't all add up at all. Plus, I never ever have to cold message or reach out, because the same platform giving me automation is also an educational platform teaching me how to build a personal brand and attract clients and my soul-aligned tribe to me. That's a lot of loaded language there. How is Rodan+Fields doing any of this? She's definitely trying to make it out to be more than this is. She's using very selective language to make it sound like, oh no, I'm not in one of those MLMs. No, I'm not in one of those things. I'm not in a pyramid scheme. Very tricky, ma'am. I'm on to you. My number 1 job is just to show up and be myself. Truly and authentically me. Sounds like your number 1 job is to recruit people. Whoa. We know you didn't get that $10,000 by just selling product. So if you're burnt out from the non-stop hustle of needing more customers and team members in order to make a decent profit? Question mark? That wasn't a question. The way she phrased that, not a question. If you're sick of starting from 0 again every month, have hustling to earn your rank again? That's also not a question. Ma'am, would you be willing to look at something new to see if it aligns with you? Would you be willing to unlearn the old ways and systems with me to learn a new way of doing business online? Are we sure she's with Rodan+Fields? I seriously do not understand what she's talking about here. Simply flick me a message. Who says that? Or check the link in my bio to see for yourself. I promise to never ask you to send cold messages to anyone. Network marketing and MLMs in general doesn't, like, none of them require you to send cold messages. It's just something that the reps are always doing anyway. I'm looking again. I don't trust this. Learn how to make an online income and create impact. Wildly Empowered Co. There is a Facebook group for it. I'm just so freaking sick of these people being so secretive. Are you ready to create a high profit, high impact business that allows you to live life on your own terms? And then it doesn't even tell you what they do. This has scam written all over it, dude. Like, if you listen to this or you read this and you don't automatically feel icky, then I don't know what to tell you. Something super stinks here. Something smells fishy, smells like a lake, an old lake. Hey, but speaking of that, you know what doesn't stink? The sponsor of today's video. We have a new sponsor today, and they're called Drift. It's actually Scentbird's sister company. Obviously, you guys know that I love Scentbird. I love everything that they do, everything they stand for, and now, you know, Scentbird's for your body, right? But Drift, guys, is for your home, in your car. So yeah, they got car air fresheners, but then they also have room sprays, candles, reeds for your home. I mean, really, it's a one-stop shop for making your spaces just smell amazing. And when I say amazing, like, I seriously mean amazing. Let me show you. So they sent me 2 of their wooden car air fresheners. I still have one in its little packaging. The other one is already in my car. I wasn't ready to open this one up yet because I want to get the full usage out of the one that's already in my car, and then this will be my next one. This one is Grove. It smells fruity, citrusy, just like fresh. It smells so good, like, seriously. And then the one in my car, oh, don't even get me started with the one in my car. They also gave me Amber. That's the scent that they gave me. Seriously, this is not your average air freshener either, guys. There is a big difference from anything you've ever used before and Drift, in the best way too. Obviously, they smell amazing. This one in particular is the one that I've used, the wood one, since it's diffused through a wooden slab. Not only does it have their fragrances in there, diffusing out of their little wood piece, but it also just kind of has a very small hint of that kind of woody smell. So that's kind of what I get from this, but only like slightly, and then the rest is just like an amazing fragrance. But I feel like that woody smell that comes from these little wood guys really adds a nice touch. It doesn't smell artificial, it smells natural and great. And these little car fresheners you can get with a subscription. So you get the starter kit, and it comes with this little metallic hook that you put on your visor, and of course it comes with a little freshener, and then every month they'll send you a refill because they say that you should replace it every 30 days. They have a scent of the month, which is inspired by the season, whatever season you're in. So I think that's really cool. With scenting an environment, nose blindness becomes a real thing. So scent of the month also gives you some variety. So it's something new for your nose every month. The subscription is super flexible. You can cancel anytime, or, you know, you can change what scent you want anytime. You can change the frequency. So if any of this sounds good to you, which it should, because these are amazing. If you're ready to get on that Drift game, baby, I have. Oh, hi, Pippi. I have a coupon code for you that I highly recommend you use because it's great. Make sure you use my coupon code Savannah55 for 55% off at Drift for your first month. Again, click the link down below, use the coupon code Savannah55 for 55% off at Drift for your first month. Thank you so much to Drift for sponsoring this video. And now let's get back into the fails. One of you guys shared a huge file of, I believe this is all from Young Living. It is just like a list of so many Zoom calls, online trainings. I mean, like, I've scrolled through it. I haven't gone through everything they sent. It is so much. You guys don't even understand. This was one of them. The title of this video is the reason why I clicked on it out of all the ones she sent. It's called Rank Up, Please. Like, she's asking you to please rank up. Oh, I wonder why. It's almost like you benefit from other people ranking up. Rank yourself up if they rank up. Wow. Getting a little desperate there. These Young Living people, I swear, they're so desperate at this point. Please rank up. For the love of God, help me. I need you to rank up. So I did write some notes here about when the clip I wanted to watch starts. So obviously this is kind of in the middle of the video. We're obviously not going to watch this whole thing because it's an hour long, but I thought this part was really interesting.
This is all just a matter of growing our teams. It's about growing the number of people that we have on our team. It's about growing the volume of product that those people use. That is why we are not a pyramid scheme, because we are about growing the volume of product that people are actually using.
Ma'am, there's a lot more to this, but like that in and of itself, I'm just like, wrong. Notice how she didn't say at all that this business is about sharing the product, like how many products you can sell to customers. Basically, like, it's about getting more people to join our team. Yeah, we already know. We know that Young Living has been shouting from the rooftops that their intentions to get themselves out of the rut they're in right now is to just recruit and recruit a lot. Yeah, Young Living, we're on to you. We know that's what you're doing. And this chick here is just admitting it. Admitting that the business opportunity isn't about selling products to customers. It's about getting more people on your team to use the products. AKA, the distributors are the customers. Oh, shocking. Get everyone on your team to use more oils. It's kind of what makes you a pyramid scheme. She's like, we're not a pyramid scheme because it has to do with the volume of oils that people are using. No, what are you talking about? And considering that there is at least one lawsuit open against Young Living, suing them for operating as an illegal pyramid scheme, I'm gonna go ahead and say that out of most MLMs, Young Living really gives some super pyramid schemey vibes. Just me? No? But she's about to tell us what a pyramid scheme is in her own words. And spoiler alert, it is extremely wrong. And it's not that hard to just look at the FTC's website. Like, literally just Google, what is a pyramid scheme? It's so easy to find all this out, especially from the FTC itself. It's like she's just acting like no one can just look this shit up for themselves and see that the FTC literally says that if you make more money by recruiting than you do selling a product, then it's straight up a pyramid scheme. And yep, Young Living's compensation plan is set up to reward people for recruiting. I mean, they literally straight up give you a bonus just for recruiting. I forget what it's called. I want to say they just changed it and made it more, but I know it used to be $25. Literally just for recruiting somebody, just for selling one of their starter kits, which obviously is the first thing you have to do when you recruit somebody. So literally making money for doing nothing but recruiting. And then of course you get commission for the sales you make and the sales or purchases, I guess, of your downline. You make money off of all that. So yeah, okay, tell us why you're not a pyramid scheme. I'll listen.
And we are one of the most product heavy companies that exist out there, which makes us extremely stable. And it means that we are not any kind of a gimmick. And basically what a pyramid scheme is where you are just recruiting people to recruit people. And so you don't have at the basis of it an actual product or service that people are wanting to purchase.
Okay, stop right there, ma'am. Ask Herbalife and Advocare how that went for them. Yeah, Herbalife had to change their entire compensation plan because they were literally operating illegally. And they've got product. They've got plenty of product. People use that product. People use Herbalife so much that they open up fucking cafes in order to sell the product to people. And Advocare was, I'm pretty sure they were like a sponsor of like the NFL or NBA or something. Like they were in national spotlights all over the place. They had a ton of products. They had energy drinks for kids. That kind of shit. They had so many products that they had a kids line where they're like, feed your kids these energy drinks. Like crazy shit. And guess what? The FTC sued their butts and some of their distributors too. The FTC came a knocking and said, you guys are a pyramid scheme, do something about it. So Advocare straight up got rid of the network marketing side of their business. I super messed this one up. Oh my God, Savannah. A pyramid scheme is not just recruiting people to recruit people and that's it. Pyramid schemes can have a product. Companies with products have been in trouble for being a pyramid scheme, despite how much product they have. They might have a ton of products. They might be sponsoring the NBA or the NFL or whatever. That does not save them from the FTC's watchful eye.
What sets us apart and makes us so different is that we have a consumable product that, as you just saw, we are dumping all over ourselves. We are drinking, we are taking in supplements, we are cleaning with, and it's getting used up. And so the product that we are buying, we are actually using.
What did she say? They're dumping it all over themselves? How consumable the product is plays no part in whether your company is a pyramid scheme or not.
And our investment in our business is what is sitting in our kitchen cabinets and in our bathrooms, and we're putting it on our faces at night. And
like every other MLM.
You know, rubbing it on our kids and all of those things.
Please stop doing that.
Which again makes us an extremely sustainable business model.
Okay.
So we are about using those products and teaching other people to use those products, which increases our volume. And then we are about doing that in a way that where we structure ourselves so that we give the best support to the people who are buying products under us, and so that we have the most sustainable business.
Notice how she said they're buying the products under us, not like buying from us like a retail customer. Nope. Sis straight up said buying under us. Therefore, the customers are your downline.
Add all of those pieces together, then you get what we have, which is our ranks that allow us to earn on an incredible level. A great thing about the way that our comp plan works, which is unique because there are a lot of comp plans that are not this way. Many comp plans will pay you very heavily up front. A lot of these are the ones who will come to you and say, we have the best comp plan, you should switch over to.
First of all, every MLM says that. And second of all, hey, Young Living, don't you have that one thing? Oh, what's it called? Oh, a fast start bonus. Most MLMs do, right? But don't sit here and be like, oh, Young Living doesn't give you a bunch of money up front. You have a fast start bonus. And I think this might have been filmed maybe a couple months ago, so before they came out with all the new business saving changes to the way they're operating, but they literally are giving even more incentives to recruit new people, and like you can start earning those bonuses right away, basically. I do have a whole video about that. It was a few videos back. I don't remember exactly what the numbers were as far as that goes, but they definitely like bumped up what people are making off of recruiting new people starting from day one even, and they're using that as an incentive for people to join and for people to continue to recruit right up front, dude. And again, they straight up just give you money if you recruit someone and you sell a starter kit to them. Actually, I mean, at this point, Young Living's fast start bonuses and stuff are probably more generous than most MLMs, and it's because they're trying to save their asses and get more people to join.
You make this much at the very beginning, blah, 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 blah. And they start telling you all the things. But they're very heavily geared at when you get started. And so they give you a lot of payout at the front. And then as you grow and as your team grows and as your team ranks up under you, you make less and less and less.
How? Cite your sources. What MLMs are you talking about? What MLM does that? Literally, the more you rank up, the more money you make. The more people underneath you rank up, the more chances you get to rank up, and then you make more money. I don't know what she's talking about. The only thing I can think of is with like paparazzi, for example. Once someone in your downline gets to a certain point, they drop off of your downline. So, and that's even more fucked up, honestly, because that gives you an incentive to like not help your team rank up after a certain amount. You don't want people to rank up any higher than whatever that final rank is, because then you lose a chunk of your income. But that is the only example that I can think of. Like, I don't know what she's talking about otherwise, because I've never seen an MLM do the things that she's trying to tell these people they do. Like, has she never been in another network marketing company, or is she just making shit up to make people feel better? I don't know.
You want an upline who is invested in your growth. So the Young Living comp plan is set up to incentivize leaders helping their people, which is really beautiful and what makes all of this thing happen. So if you want to rank up, there is number one thing that you need to think about.
Tell us.
And however complicated this gets, and all the advice and the tips and the structure and the strategy and all the things, there is one main thing you need to remember if you want to rank up in this business. You need to help other people rank up. That's it.
That's it, she says. Hey, ma'am, how do you rank up? It's not by just product sales. No, in order to rank up, you have to recruit people. But it's not a pyramid scheme. Okay, ma'am, I can't. Okay, we're done. I don't want to listen to another goddamn word out of her mouth.
Good morning. I'm really sweaty and got the baby bangs going.
Gross.
Today I did a 20-minute HIIT workout, and Mason did it with me, so I think I was being kind of competitive and pushed harder than normal. But I've just had something on my heart that I wanted to talk about, and we talked about it last night on our team call, but just how, and I've been sharing about, finding joy in the everyday mundane, and it's just like doing the little tasks that really can help you have a better outlook on life, and just taking care of your mental health. But so we talked about with the pandemic and everything, 2020 was super hard, and then 2021 didn't really get any better. You know, a lot of people even quit their jobs. We're just looking for fulfillment and more in life, and, you know, just purpose. We're valuing our time with our families. Also, I don't know, those of you who are local to Jackson, if you heard about the 15-year-old girl from Murrah High School who jumped off the bridge at the Woodrow Wilson exit and killed herself. And that just has shaken me, but I feel like that is so many people. They may not have acted on it, but people are just like dead inside. And, you know, I've been sharing a lot of my story with coaching and just finally saying enough is enough and taking care of my own health, spiritual, mental, and physical. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing it with other people, because I just think back to where I was at 6 weeks postpartum after Colton. I just was like feeling so down. I had like no joy. I was on maternity leave, but I was just dreading going back to work. And I know for me, like, I'm not a workout person. I didn't ever used to work out, definitely not consistently. But when I was exposed to the community of other coaches and just saw the positivity and the light and the fact that it's a whole community of women and their guys too, who are just trying to be better, who are filling their mind with good things and not just everything politics and on the news, and just really pouring into themselves. And it is like flowing out of them to other people. And that is what this world needs right now. Like, we just need more light and positivity. We also need people working on their mental health. Like, yeah, so I don't know if this resonates with you guys at all, but I just wanted to share my story in hopes that if someone else is out there.
That was what was sent to me. I just wanted to let that one play all the way through before I said anything. So the first thing I'd like to point out, as sad as that subject matter was, this lady basically used the unaliving herself of a teenage girl. Didn't she say she was 15? So she used that to promote her business. She used that to kind of tug on your heartstrings and be like, you're right. Wow, the world really does need change. And how, pray tell, how do you think that she wants you to change? Well, she's gonna frame it as working out and getting healthier is gonna get your endorphins going and you're not gonna want to unalive yourself. And it's like, sure, there's some science to what endorphins can do for your moods. But I mean, what are you saying? Are you actually suggesting, not that the world needs more mental health funding, more exposure to issues like this? I think what she's suggesting is, you guys need to start working out with me. Not only do you need to start working out with her, you need to join her team and be a coach. Because she was going off about like, oh my gosh, all these coaches, once I found this community of coaches, like my life changed and it's so happy, meh, meh, meh. Okay, but what does that have to do with teenagers doing those things? It's super sad, but I'm sure that kid's family, mother, father, siblings would not appreciate you using her unaliving as a pitch to not only give you money to work out with you or whatever, do your Beachbody shit. Oh, by the way, I mean, I don't know if you don't know this, Beachbody rebranded. They're just called Body now. But anyway, if I say Beachbody, I know that's what we're talking about. Kind of ingrained in me to still call it Beachbody, so I don't know how long it'll take for me to change that. But yeah, not only does she want you to do her Beachbody workouts and join her in this fitness journey or whatever, no, she ultimately wants you to be like, I do need to change my life. How do I do that? How do I change my life? Oh, financial freedom if I become a coach? Oh, wow! I think that's ultimately the goal here. And she did it by exploiting the death of a teenager. Like, that is so messed up. And also, like, making that death about herself. She's like, that really hurts me and that really got me thinking. It's like, can you not make this about you, please? You clearly didn't know this person. You didn't know her family. family, so like, can you just shut up? Can you let these people grieve without trying to get your sticky, slimy little hands all over it? Imagine living in a way where you're like, you hear something tragic like that, and your first thought is, how can I leverage this to my advantage? That's what she did. Like, I'm sorry, that's what she did, and that is not okay. These people are sick, I swear. So one of you guys just straight up sent me this girl's Instagram. She makes content on Instagram like it's nobody's business. So I kind of just scrolled through some of her posts and found this one that I thought was interesting. Let's take a looky Lulu.
If you feel that in your current situation right now, that you don't have enough time, how do you think you're ever going to get enough time? Clearly, the schedule that you're on right now is never going to give you any leeway to have more time.
It makes sense to switch something up, start something new that is going to break the cycle, and that something new could be an opportunity that could essentially give you more time back into your life. I know that seems kind of backwards because starting out, yes, starting something new does take time. It takes prioritized time, but it does take time. And over time, as you build something up alongside your current situation, your current schedule, going to break you free of this everyday rat race that you're in. I knew if I didn't prioritize building my business alongside everything else that I had going on, I was going to end up working until I was 67 to then be able to retire and enjoy maybe 11 years of my life, and would have missed out on every single thing that Hazel has going on growing up. Wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have been able to see her first. I wouldn't have been present. And so that's why I am so passionate about this whole thing around, well, I don't have enough time. Yes, we all have enough time for the things that we prioritize.
Her idea of how to get more time back in your life is by joining an MLM. I'm sorry, what? If you don't give 110% to your MLM when you join, your upline is gonna be up your butt all the time telling you you're not doing enough, you're not performing the way they want you to. But I mean, she said it, right? She's like, I know this seems a little backwards. It's like, yup, sure does. It seems backwards because it is backwards. You're telling people in order to get more time in your life, pick something up that's going to make you spend more time away from the things that you are trying to get time back for. She's basically like, your schedule right now isn't working for you, clearly. So in order to open up more time for you, join my team. What? Literally, put one more thing on your plate. Hey, you're gonna sit here and say that you don't have enough time? I'll show you what it means to not have enough time. Join my team. And then, of course, she preys on mom. She's like, oh, I didn't miss any of my daughter's firsts, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, that's great. Every mother pretty much wants to be able to be there for that. But, like, it's just, sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. And you're still going to be around for other things, you know? I mean, it's not the end of the world. I know it sucks. I get it. But, like, do you have to prey on moms? On working moms? Do you have to make mothers believe that they should not be working a 9 to 5? Do you need to be convincing people that alongside their 40-hour plus work week, they need to be picking up more work for themselves? And somehow that's gonna free up time. And then, you know what's annoying too, is that when they say time freedom, when these people like try to really push the time freedom thing, I'm like, okay, so is it hard work or not? Because they're always just like, I got here because I worked so hard. And you have to continue to keep working because like people on your team are gonna drop out all the time. They always do. The turnover rate in MLMs is unimaginably large or high or whatever. So if you're going to keep your rank, and in most MLMs you have to keep re-ranking every month in order to continue making the money you're making. So in order to do that, you really can't stop recruiting. You have to be able to replace the people you lost. So, you know, maybe after a certain point, you'll get to a point where you're making a decent living off of the work of your downline. I think it's just hypocritical. It's like, okay, you want to say that you have all this time freedom, but like we know that you're still recruiting and you're going on Instagram making these reels. She makes a lot of reels, dude. I'm like, how much time does that take up? I just hate that. That whole thing just made me feel so icky. Okay, I think this one's gonna be our last one because it is a little bit long, but I believe this girl is in Monat, and like everything we're about to watch is all one story. So this was taken from back when Monat had their convention in Vegas. I don't remember when that was. I want to say like the beginning of summer, if not like the end of spring or something like that. So she's talking about Vegas, but the message is still absolutely absolutely relevant. And there's just a lot of interesting stuff here. So yeah, just keep an eye on the desperation. Do not forget that all of this was on her stories. I'm gonna cut out some of the more boring stuff, I guess, but because this particular screen recording that someone sent me is 11 minutes long, almost 12 minutes long. Like it really takes a lot of effort to get nearly 12 minutes of stories up on your Instagram feed, but okay.
I'm working and I've clicked on stories and I'm just watching them as I'm working because all of my beautiful besties are in Vegas right now and today is general session for Monat and I should have gone. I'm so jealous right now and vicariously living through them. So go follow these accounts if you want to see all my beautiful besties living their best life for a fully paid trip for Monat. And the best thing about Vegas, I went last year and it is fully paid for by Monat, flight, hotel. We got a $300 credit, we got a room upgrade, and the swag is ridiculous, the training is ridiculous, the community is ridiculous.
She's like, I'm so jealous. Why didn't you go? Could you not afford it? Because she's gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's fully paid for. She said you get flight and hotel. When you qualify for Vegas, the Vegas trip with Monat, there are like tiers to it. So like the first tier will pay for flight and hotel, but then they give you like different credits and stuff the higher up you qualify for. She's like, oh, a $300 food credit. Listen, I go to Vegas a lot. Their conventions out in Vegas last a few days. So you can't sit there and say, oh yeah, it's totally all paid for. That $300 in Vegas doesn't get you very far on food. I don't know if it's like specific to the hotel they stay at. Every Vegas hotel has like multiple restaurants inside of it and stuff. So if it's what I think it is, it's probably, you know, specific to the hotel that they were staying at. You can't just like go across the street to McDonald's and use it, you know, unless they just give you cash. I don't think that's the case though. If I had to guess, it's probably specific. So if you have to eat at one of the hotel's restaurants, which some of them have like little food courts and stuff, but they're still more expensive than like somewhere that's not Vegas. But like the actual restaurants, I mean, it'll cost you 20-30 bucks a plate. If you go to a buffet, it's like 50 bucks a person. That $300 is not gonna last you the whole time. Sorry to burst your bubble, but no, it's not gonna work out for you. To me, that isn't fully paid for. What about driving to the airport, renting a car, paying for Uber to get to your hotel? What are you gonna do? Walk from the airport to your hotel? Which, okay, honestly, in Vegas, like the airport's pretty close to the strip, but still. Any activities you wanna do, not fully paid for. She's like, the swag is amazing. I'm sure they give you stuff, but for the most part, usually you go to these conventions and then also end up buying merchandise and stuff, especially Monat. We know that they have like a big line of Monat fashion and it's like super overpriced and all that. And she was going off about how she went last year. It's like, okay, so you knew what you'd be missing out on. It's not like you didn't know what goes on at convention. If you went the year before, you know what's up. So you like knew you were gonna be jealous. You knew you were gonna regret it. So like, why didn't you go?
And earning Vegas is just on your personal sales. You don't need a team. It's just based on personal sales. It's the easiest trip to earn. It's so much fun and it's so great to be around energy and people who think exactly the same as you.
People who are brainwashed by our shampoo. A ton of us. All of us think the same. We're all brainwashed. It's great. Let's all get together.
In qualifications right now for Bahamas because I'm not missing another paid trip. It's just life-changing. But if free travel or if community is what you're looking for, you need to join right now because right after Vegas is over, we almost go into the next qualification period for Vegas. So if this is something you're interested in, we'll get you now. Sign up now so you can start working your way towards it. So my goal for next year is to have everyone on my team who wants to go at Vegas so I can spoil them silly. Like I'm talking team swag, I'm talking team dinners, I'm talking team like everything because my girls work so hard and deserve it. So anyone who qualifies on my team next year is going to.
So what I'm hearing is a lot of FOMO here. If you join me right now, we're gonna go to Vegas 1 year from now and I'm going to buy you swag. Is that the incentive you're giving here? I mean, you're not even there right now. You don't just decide to not take a free trip.
You guys need to understand the importance. So I joined in 2019. I didn't even tell anybody. I thought I was going to quit. I quit everything I ever started. And we needed to pay off credit card debt because we were nowhere close to buying a house. The housing market in California is crazy. I'd racked up a whole bunch of credit card debt and I needed to pay it off. So I was going to do it slowly, even if it was $50 a month, $100 a month. I joined, I didn't really do anything for a while. And then I hit my first rank, and it was so easy to hit my first rank. I was like, hold on, I actually did something. Then I started going to the team calls, and I started seeing hundreds of beautiful women being so supportive of each other on the team calls. That chat is just fire. And we worked on mindset. It wasn't just about business. It wasn't just about sales. It was about mindset and becoming a better person.
It was about brainwashing, is basically what she means to say. To rank up even once in Monat, don't you have to recruit somebody? Pretty sure. And she's just like, oh, I didn't tell anybody. How did you manage to recruit somebody and make your first rank without telling anybody? I don't know. Maybe, you know what I would guess is that she jumped into it and she's like, I'm gonna make this happen, and then realized it's harder than she thought it was, and then she just was like kind of farting around with it, and it took her a long time to finally get her first recruit, which, you know, yeah, it's not easy to do. But I think she's framing it as like, I just joined and didn't do anything with it. But then she's like, I joined because I needed to pay off credit card debt. Why would you join that and then do nothing with it if your intention when you joined it was to make money with it so that you can pay off credit card debt? I feel like this chick is like a compulsive liar. Everything she says makes no sense.
On top of that, the money started coming in right away. So when you join,
Right away.
it's $199 to join, and you get a product pack, and it's no inventory, it's no fees. I didn't have to pay a monthly fee. I didn't have to keep anything at my house. I get a website so people, the money starts coming in right away the minute you make sales, and the commission payout is insane. And like our comp plan is crazy. I was like, why are they paying me so much money? And it was right away. Like right away. And then the bonus is when you hit your rank, and there's 10 ranks.
Again, how did any money start coming in right away if you didn't tell anybody? Who are you selling to? If you didn't tell anybody you were doing this, who are you selling to? It's not adding up, chick. When she says the money came in right away, if what she means by that is I made 1 or 2 sales and I got $20 in commission that Friday or something, it's like, she's like, the money started coming in. It's like, yeah, what was it, $20? Like, better than nothing, I guess, but like, you probably spent more than that on Monat products that month, so you weren't even breaking even, if I had to guess.
And then I earned Vegas. But as I'm doing this, I'm meeting my best friends, and my mind is growing. And I remember having the conversation with myself about 4 months in. What happens if I just don't quit? What happens if I just decide I'm not a quitter? And I've never quit anything ever since. And I'm at the 4th rank of the company. I'm in the top 2%. I paid off our credit card debt. I helped build our home. We were hoping just to pay off credit card debt to get approved, and I helped build our home with my side hustle. And I work a 9 to 5, and I do Disney travel agency, and I had a kid, and I was on bed rest. But then here's the thing. When I was on bed rest with my daughter when I was pregnant, I didn't get paid by the state for my maternity leave my entire pregnancy.
No one really gets paid by the state. I know the country has FMLA, but none of that is paid for. So if you take FMLA, the only way you're getting paid anything is if your company is agreeing to pay you for being out sick, which is great. That'd be wonderful. She's like, I didn't get anything from the state. It's like, most of the time, I don't think you do. Unless she's talking about like disability. I don't know if you can go on like a temporary disability for pregnancy, probably. But I'm sure you'd have to be like in an extreme situation for them to agree to give you money for that. But either way, it's like, we know you live in the United States. Like, none of us get paid maternity leave through the state. We're lucky to get it through our employers, if anything, but even that's a crapshoot.
So I went 8 weeks without a paycheck, and it was Christmas time, and my daughter was really expensive because she was really high risk, and Monat kept us going. And yeah, I've supplemented my income with Monat, but I don't have to quit my job. I don't want to quit my job, and so it's just additional income. And not only that, I've become a better person. It has pushed me to be a better person. It's pushed me to want to work on myself, which has led me being constantly around women on our team calls who are supporting each other and pushing themselves to be better, push me to be better, push me to go outside my comfort zone. I talk about mental health on our calls, and they love me. They support me. They encourage me. And
everyone clapped.
To be open about mental health. And because of Monat, I have started my podcast. I've accepted who I am. I've pushed myself. I've become a better person. And that all started with Monat.
Because of Monat, I started a podcast. What? You couldn't start a podcast before you had Monat? Oh, it's because Monat made her not a quitter. Monat made it so that she wanted to achieve things in life. Before, she was just a Debbie Downer who didn't want to do anything with her life. But once she started recruiting people and scamming people and making money by building a team, then suddenly, now I want to achieve something with my life. Now I don't want to just sit on my butt and do nothing. You could have started a podcast anytime, literally anytime. You don't need an MLM to encourage you to start a podcast.
I didn't believe in myself until Monat. And it might just be direct sales to you, but on Monat, it's so much more. I will do Monat for the rest of my life, but if I don't hit the $1 Million Club, it has provided my life with so much more than money.
I'm pretty sure the $1 Million Club in Monat is like you make $1 million throughout your time with Monat. It's not like you make $1 million in a year. It's like you make $1 million in commission, but some people will be doing it for like 7 years. So it sounds really impressive. It makes it sound like, oh, I'm a millionaire. And some of these people even like go running around being like, I am a millionaire. No, you are not. You didn't make $1 million in commission in 1 year. You just didn't do that.
I met my best friends. I've become the woman I want to be, just because I'm surrounded by a community that's not sales focused, that's not pressure focused. They just want you to be a better person.
Oh, so it's not sales focused? Then what is it? Interesting that you say it's not sales focused, because I'm pretty sure that's what makes you not a pyramid scheme, right? According to the Young Living lady. No, really, I want to know, ma'am. If Monat isn't sales focused, then how are you making your money? Seems fishy.
Now, if this is something that interests you or you have questions, I'm an open book. I'm an open and honest book. And I'm not going to force you into anything. I'm not going to pressure you into anything. You're not going to receive 100 text messages from me. I'm just providing an opportunity that has changed my life. So if you're interested, if you're ready to join, if you have questions, you just let me know. We'll talk about it and see if it's something that fits for you. If it doesn't fit for you, that's fine. And the best thing is, when you sign up with a product pack, all that product is for you, but you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if it's not for you, there's no pressure. I just want to help people get what I got and feel the way about themselves.
Aren't they not allowed to say that there's a money-back guarantee with Monat, according to the Florida State Attorney General? I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to say that because it's not a money-back guarantee. You have to pay for shipping there and back, and they don't reimburse you for that. So, no, it's not a money-back guarantee. You get some money back, I guess. And it's only 30 days. Like, how are you going to figure out that the business isn't for you in 30 days? Less than 30 days, really, because I'm pretty sure it starts the day you sign up, and then you have to wait for your product to arrive. My dogs are barking, sorry. I don't know what's going on. I think we're getting a package delivered. You guys, that was so weird. So I go down there, right, expecting to see like an Amazon package or something. And there's this guy standing there. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, I'm from the something like attorney's office. And I'm like, fuck. I thought I was getting served with another lawsuit. I'm like, fuck, no. My heart like dropped. I'm like, who did I piss off this time? But no, he was just looking for someone who lived here, obviously a long time ago. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. He's like, that's not a name that's familiar to you? I'm like, no, I've lived here for 7 years. I've never heard that name in my life. He's like, all right, sorry to bother you. Man, I really thought I was in trouble there. I was like, I'm getting served again? No. That would have been fun. Anyway, let's finish up what this chick is talking about, and then we'll wrap it up here. She's just reposting a bunch of screenshots from the Monat Vegas convention. Nothing's important here. Nothing we haven't seen before. I mean, really, like, again, all of this is on one story. And she's still going. She's still going. She's like randomly sharing a picture of her in a Monat hat. Like, what? All I'm hearing from this is desperation. So much desperation. Like, it just keeps going.
This is hard. It's hard when it's not going well. It's so easy to show up during the easy times.
Okay, hold on. She's like, it's so hard when it's not going well. It's like, I thought you said the money started coming in right away. But now you're telling me there are times when you didn't do well? You weren't doing very well? No. The contradictions are real.
It's so easy to show up during successful times. But what people don't see when they join this business, they don't see the hard work in the slow times. Planting seeds is most of this business. It's the grind that nobody else sees. It's not the sexy part of this business. You have to build a tough mind because everything looks fun on the outside, but if you really want something, you have to strengthen your mind to keep going and stay consistent because you know that at the end of every valley is also the peak.
You don't always see the parts that are slow and the parts that are like when you're not motivated. You don't always see that part of the business until you join it. And it's like, well, hey, here's an idea. Why not stop the attraction marketing shit? I mean, I understand the need for it, okay? But why don't you just be honest? Why don't you just come out and like straight up tell people what the business is? Business. Tell them the truth. Oh, but you won't do that because it doesn't sound good and then no one will join you. If you sit there and you say, hey, I made all this money with Monat, but the way I did it was by pestering my family and friends and cold messaging people on Instagram and social media and living my life around this company. Clearly she is. Do we see the length of the story? Yeah, she is doing that. Yeah, okay. How about instead of telling them like that it's all sunshine and rainbows and the money comes in right away and it's just so easy and then you qualify for free trips and all this stuff. It's like, how about you like straight up tell them that you doubted yourself, that you felt like you couldn't do it. Tell them that the way to make money is to build a team. And by build a team, I mean recruit. In order to make money in a multi-level marketing company, at least a substantial amount of money, it's not about the product sales, which she's said. She did say that. The problem is she's just like, yeah, nobody understands. It's like, because you guys don't tell them that. You rely on putting a shiny bow on top of a turd and hope that people only see the shiny bow and not the turd that it's sitting on top of. Anyway, you know what? I mean, I think that's enough here. I don't need to watch anymore. Anyway, guys, I think it's time that we thank people. I am so appreciative of so many people here. Obviously, I think by the time you see this video, it'll be after Thanksgiving, but I'm thankful for all of you, and I'm thankful for sponsors like Drift. Again, if you want to get started with Drift and get 55% off your first month, click my link below, use the code, get the discount. It's great. You're gonna love it, I promise. And now, we'll thank my patrons and my members. The list of people I'm about to name off are my financial supporters. They get access to things like our private Discord server, exclusive pictures of Pop-Tart, early access to videos whenever I'm able to. We have a postcard club, all that kind of fun stuff. So if any of that sounds good to you, you can go to patreon.com/SavannahMarie, or you can click the join button beneath this video to join my membership on YouTube. Whatever works best for you works for me just fine. They're both generally the same. And with that, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Hula Chowdown, Janelle Pratt, Amanda Shannon, Christy Taylor, Elizabeth Wyatt, Eve Blondo, Nitty Dragon, Leanne, Meredith Nakata, Ryan Mute, Sheila Tapia, Alice W., Boris Geller, Caroline Reed, Casey Scraper, Daniel Urena, Hannah Morrison, Hanimal Crossing, Heidi Haw, Kim Cartwright, Maddie Darley, Marley Fletcher, Ray, Tuesday the 13th, Blazed Goddess, Martine Hubert, Carrie K, Vegan Chicky Nuggy, Love to Be Evil, Mira S.I.K., Natalie Scott, Carol Jenks, Colin F., The Best Elephant, Jessica Billhart, Laura Jensen, Mitchie84, Jess Kronfeld, Emion, Auntie Lou, Little Birdie, and Fallon Lowry, and to the rest of my fabulous financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and being you. And even if you're not a financial supporter, I still appreciate you making it to the end of this video because YouTube loves watch time, so thank you for being here. Keep making waves, babes, and I will smell you all later. Mommy Tsunami out.